thing needed to be calibrated first, apparently. What's up, what's up, what's up? Tune it in over here to the chat. I don't think I'm going to be able to see Patriot News activism on the chat. I might be wrong. Maybe. Hey, let me know whenever when you're on here. I got a real important milestone right here. So I just checked on We the People News. You know, I got Patriot News Activism and I got We the People News. We the People News was, I started it in, I think February. So I got out of prison January 22nd. I think I started it in February. It's sitting at 975,000 views. I know for a fact that we can pick up 25,000 views for We the People News on this live stream. We need to do it. I need your help. So if you're tuning in from Facebook or if you're tuning in from Patriot News Activism on YouTube, I want you to go over to the We the People News YouTube channel. Get onto this live stream on there. Hit that like button. Drop a comment. Let me know that you were part of hitting this milestone. That's exciting. Hey, look. And there's no better place than to be outside of a police department. And a courthouse. Man, oh man. This is a big government complex right here. We got more than the trifecta effect today. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, you missed the news. Sitting at 975,000 views on We the People News on YouTube. I need your help. Be part of this milestone. If you're on Facebook or if you're on the Patriot News Activism channel, please go on over to We the People News on YouTube. Smash that like button, leave a comment, and let me know that you're part of the 25,000 views that we're going to pick up on this live stream to get it over 1 million. Hey, oh, yeah. Hello. How you doing today? I heard y'all had I heard there was a chili dog pass out going on over here at this address today, and I love some chili dogs.
I'm sorry, we don't have any chili dogs out here.
No chili dog promotion today?
No, sir.
Oh man. Get me over 1 million, folks. What's going on there, Bob Smith? Hey, I just need 25,000 views. We can get that easy. Just 2 in the lobby. I am surprised. Yes, sir. I need to get up there. I don't think they're gonna let me though. So I gotta use Spider-Man strength. I want to go look around back. Let's go see where the cars come in and out of. That's always a great place to check out. Hey, I just got off of a it's like a podcast show with a constitutional rights attorney. I will be posting, actually, if you go to on We the People News, go to the post. It's the most recent post. I shared the link of it, and go about 5 minutes in is whenever I call in, and I end up staying on for the entire. Oh man. Yep, Camille. That does sound vaguely familiar. Oh no, it's the police. I guess that is where they come in and out. Bad boys, what you gonna do when they come for you? Gotta love the palm trees, or the palmetto trees, I guess I should say. That's definitely a palmetto. They got the short trunk. Hey, it's the police. Once again, for those that are tuning in, I need you to go to We the People News on YouTube. When I started this live stream, it had 975,000 views since I created it in like February of this year. I know for a fact that we can and we will pick up 25,000 on this live stream. So go over there, be a part of history, smash that like button, leave a comment, and if you don't mind, hit the share button. Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell. So we have us a stalker, folks. We have us a stalker. He's sitting back in the median. He's driving an off-road truck. There's something written on the side of it. Oh, we're over in Gulfport, Mississippi. This is a little odd. So it's a secured area, but they felt the need to remind you that it's a private parking lot, unauthorized vehicles towed at vehicle owners' expense. But I'm guessing, being that it's on the pole where you get let into the gate, that sign is referring to probably inside of the gate. Sign probably would have done a lot better. I don't know, any other area that they were trying to restrict, because it's always a land grab going on with the government. They're always trying to extend the boundaries somehow, some way. Hey, let's go check out our stalker over here. All right, let's go sneak up. Let's go sneak up on our stalker. Let's go ask him some questions. Hey, y'all go over to We the People News if you haven't. Is it 73 in We the People News or what? 73 in Patriot News Activism. I can't. And then somebody, if you don't mind, jump over to Patriot News Activism and let me know how many are in that one. See, I had to put in the code manually to stream, so I don't think it's going to show me any comments or any live messages from from that or anything. Oh! Huh? How you doing, man? Awesome. He thought I was being serious. What's going on? Huh? No. Hey, how y'all doing today? I have not, I must say that this is a first for coming to Gulfport.
I'm going to stand in the shade if that's okay.
How are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Doing good,
I
doing
thought you were
good.
making a TikTok. I was like, what?
I'm close,
Oh, okay.
close. YouTube. Yeah, yeah. I know y'all love those. Well, no, and I'm being honest. Y'all love them. Y'all, like I've always heard that police use them as training tools and like watching them. Yeah.
Different videos.
Cool.
Each other's videos, different things like that, and different agencies and stuff. We always do that kind of whole thing.
So what's been the highlight of the day over here in Gulfport? Any murders? Any?
Don't say that word.
Any?
I don't want that to happen.
Yeah. What's about the worst crime that y'all see over here in Gulfport?
I've seen everything.
Everything? All right, so let me ask this question. I got two questions for y'all. Okay, the first is, how small are speeding tickets to y'all? Okay, so let's say somebody's let's say you're setting up an extortion trap. Okay, and
Extortion trap?
yeah. Well, I mean, I kind of see speeding tickets as like is kind of a form of extortion, to be honest with you.
Well, we don't deal with extortion.
Well, it's taking money under threats, violence, or coercion.
I don't take
And
money at all.
no, I
Actually,
know. But if
decide
the
to-
person doesn't go to court, then they
That's all
could.
handled through municipal court. If you
I
have
know.
questions about that
I know.
process, their phone number is 228-868-5855. They can help guide you through any questions on that part.
So with y'all, how fast can somebody get away with going in, say, a 35-mile-an-hour zone before they get pulled over?
That would be left up to officer discretion.
I know. I hear that all the time. I'm asking each three of y'all
That would be
individually
up to
because
officer discretion.
I know. So up to your discretion would be what?
Whatever I decide.
Would it? But would it be at least 5 miles an hour over, or would you pull somebody over for going 5 miles an hour or less? Come on now, you know that you speed. I know that y'all speed. Everybody speeds. Everybody does it. We got to work on that. It's a victimless crime. We got to get rid of. Well, it depends. It depends. Okay, it depends. It can be victimless. It can be. There can be a victim, but it's situational. All right, so First Amendment. All right, I'm sure y'all have probably gotten this question before, and if you haven't, you're getting it now for the first time. There's 5 elements that the First Amendment protects. I need 3 of them.
Then I suggest you go. Come on. I hope you have a great.
Wait, hold on a second.
Sir,
This
do you
is
have
this
any-
is the
no, no, let
common
me ask you
this is the
something real quick.
common ploy.
Okay.
Listen, how can you swear an oath to the Constitution to protect and defend it but not know it? How do you defend something that you don't know? Can you answer that question? How do you defend something you don't know?
Have a good day.
Y'all made yourselves look horrible right there. You were doing so good. God. See, it's that simple. Why can police departments not hold a basic training on something so simple? Every time officers make themselves look like idiots when they can't even name one simple protection under the First Amendment. How can you actually defend and protect something that you don't know? You can't. It's impossible. And that's the reality that we live in. That's a shame. That's a shame. See, they wanted to be on camera. That's why they came out there. And I was giving them their free camera exposure to look good. And they made themselves and the department look like garbage. They actually collectively made the department look like garbage. That's what they really did. So the Department of Gulfport, okay, while my rights were not impeded upon over there at the police department, and there's really no need in me staying over there right now. I might as well go over here to City Hall or whatever, because the word's already out. They've already passed the word along. All right, but that is beyond me. That is ridiculous. You want to be on camera and then you make yourselves look like a bunch of idiots on camera. The Gulfport Police Department needs to hold a training on constitutional rights. Every department does, because I've seen maybe 1 or 2 officers that have been able to name 3 of the 5 elements of the First Amendment. And that's why we have so many violations all the time, because officers just don't know and don't care about our constitutional rights, and it's a damn shame. Let's see, who's this? Hey, yeah, I'm gonna throw that up on the screen. Hey, let me tell you about the importance of that link right there. That link has all the links. Okay. Actually, and I just found this out last night. When I gave out that address, the Linktree address, I would always spell it out just like that. And I guess they think that that's easier because it's just slightly shorter. But the .ee throws people off. So simply enough, you can just type in linktree.com/WTP news, and it goes to the same thing. I didn't know that until last night. But that link has my websites. I believe I put the Bad Actors album on there, but if not, it's on the We the People News website. All right, and it's got the podcast, the RICO Tapes on there. It's got evidence on there. It's got everything important on there, including what helps me out the most, which is easy ways to donate and help keep me on the road, stress testing the First Amendment. Employee and ADA entrance only. Well, I fall under ADA. We're going to ring this doorbell. Hey, we're trying to get to 1 million views on We the People News. So those that are tuning in from Patriot News Activism or my Facebook page, I need you to please go over to We the People News on YouTube. Come on to the live stream. It's the same live stream. When I started this stream, We the People News had 975,000 views since I started it earlier this year, like February, I think. And so I believe it's probably, I would venture to say that it's probably pushing its 25,000 views that it needed to get to 1 million. Or if it hasn't hit that yet, it's probably not going to be very long. Because once this stream loads up where it's got 300 people on it, whatever, when I end the live stream, I know anytime like it gets up to 300, 400, 500 people, when I end the live stream, I've had 75,000 views on one live stream. Let's see, we're gonna go into this courthouse, okay? We just walked around it, see what was all on the outside, and they didn't answer the ADA door for assistance. I rang the doorbell, and it's probably because they said that I have a camera of mass destruction in my hand. Wait, so this is, what building is this? This is City Hall, folks. This is City Hall. Da-da-da. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Hi.
Is there anything I can help you with?
Yeah, who's the ADA person?
I'm sorry.
Who's the ADA person here?
We have a handicap accessible in the back.
I hit the button. Nobody answered or came to the door.
Oh, I just answered the door just a second ago for another lady.
Yeah, I hit the doorbell and nobody answered or anything. No, I'm here for the free chili dog giveaway.
I'm not sure what you're referring to.
I heard they were giving away chili dogs over here today.
Here at City Hall?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it.
You don't know nothing about it? Man, I came with an appetite too.
There's Sonic down the street.
Yeah, but Sonic's not giving them away for free like I heard City Hall was today. Hey, who's your ADA coordinator, by the way? You know?
Yeah, his name is James Odell. He doesn't have we can call him. Do you need him?
No, I don't. James Odell? Okay. How long has he been in the role of ADA coordinator? Or is he the HR person?
He's not the HR.
He's not, because a lot of cities use an HR person for that. I was just curious. I see that y'all have a lot of accessibility for people with disabilities, and that's great. Y'all have the signs up, and y'all have, looks like everything is in order. So, and what do y'all do here?
We're just employees at City Hall.
I know.
Is there something specific we can help you with?
Yeah, I'm just conducting an investigation in the city. I was just seeing what role y'all
What
filled.
kind of an investigation? Do we need to get somebody else or?
No.
Mr. Odell? Because we can give him a call if that's what you're.
No. I'm just looking into different things with the city. I was just seeing what y'all's role was, because I talked to y'all.
We're just employees at City Hall.
You can't say what you're.
I'm the PR person and she is, you have a lot of titles.
Yeah, a lot of times.
Okay.
Administrative
Can we help
assistant.
you?
Is
Gotcha.
this City Hall?
Yes, sir.
Okay. For a privilege license?
Actually, that would be our urban development department, and they are located in the Hardy building.
Oh, they are? Okay.
Yes. Know where that's located?
ma'am.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
no problem.
If I wasn't an undercover federal agent, fuck the feds. Fuck the
Yes,
feds.
business and permits, yes, business license and permit.
All right, thank you so much.
Some of y'all are. Hey, Stephanie. So the news, the big news, is when I started this, We the People News was at 975,000 views since I started it earlier this year, which was like February, I think. And I know it can pick up 25,000 views on this live stream for a fact, and it will. And so this is a big milestone. I need everybody to come over to We the People News, smash the like button, drop a comment, said, I know that you're a part of this milestone, okay? And yeah, let me hear from you. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell if you haven't already. Shit. Oh, let me recenter it. Oh, let's get a highway map while we're at it. I love dolphins. I love mini golf. I am inside. But these, okay, I've been doing this long enough. When they have these on the door, that's a secured access. I mean, it's lit up red. I'm in the publicly accessible area, so I'm not doing anything wrong. Good, how you doing? Let's see what else is over here. Actually, I'm not going to go that way. Let's go check out the fire department. Everybody loves the fire department except for the fire department in Galveston, Texas, where their fire chief is the world's biggest douchebag ever. Are you guys real firemen?
Yeah.
Holy shit, a real fireman?
Sometimes.
Can I get your autograph?
Hi, man.
All right, well, let me get back to
good.
class.
Hey man, you want to give me a tour?
I can't. I don't work here. I'm just in class.
You're just in class.
Yeah.
What, did you just start?
Huh?
Hey, you
No,
just-
I'm taking a class. Somebody here to help you though.
I got you.
Are you working?
Can I help you with something?
Hey,
He can help you.
I just wanted to see if anybody wanted to be nice enough to give me a tour of the building.
I don't know if we've got any officers here right now or not. They're all out there dealing with that.
Officers?
Yeah, the chief officers.
Oh, I didn't know they were called officers over here in the fire department. You ain't talking about the police, are you?
No. No.
Yeah, because we don't like the police. Hey, everybody likes firemen. You know, except for the firemen over, you know, Galveston, Texas. Well, the fire chief kind of ruined that one over there. But all right, we're gonna see how cool the Gulfport Fire Department is right here. If they're cool like most of the rest. Hello. Hey, you got one too.
I sure do.
Hell yeah! Is that the 7 or the 6 or what?
I don't know. It's old.
That's old. Oh, that's
I bought the
the.
little plate for the mag safe.
Oh, for real?
Yep.
Oh, that's pretty.
That's right on there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I got the one that just. Yeah.
Yeah, we're about to shoot a little fire prevention video.
Hey, can I join?
Well, it's about to go to social media.
It's.
so
I know.
later,
It's
later in
We the
October.
People News. Come on, let me get a tour and make the fire department look good.
Okay.
In fact, there's several hundred on here right now
Is
watching.
it live?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Let's call the guys upstairs real quick. Let's see. Hold on a second. Let me call somebody. Actually, I think one's done. Give me just a second.
Awesome. I knew the fire department would be cool. Everybody loves, you know,
Everybody loves
the fire department. Yeah. Yeah. People have problems with cops, but very rarely have problems with the firemen.
Send me like a crew down.
Smoke detectors in the kitchen.
Down here's the lobby.
All right, thank you. Hope he's not recording.
Oh, I am. Always.
Crew's coming down now. Where you from? You're local or?
Well, I lived in Mississippi for most of my life. I'll say the corrupt state of Mississippi. God, I've dealt with some of the worst public corruption you can imagine. Up in Lafayette County, that's you talk
I
about
was there
some.
for a few years when I went to the Ole Miss before it was University of Mississippi.
I was talking about this earlier. You know, the actually on a call with a constitutional rights attorney. It was a podcast, but you know there is it's like a family dynasty over there with the sheriff's department. You had Buddy East, Mississippi's longest serving sheriff. He served for 46 years straight, 12 consecutive terms. Then he died and his son took it over. I mean, it basically the stick got passed to Joey, you know, and that's like the king, you know, that's like the royal structure out in England. You know, once you get the position, you got it for life. You know, that's basically what it seems like. Yeah.
I don't think mine's gonna work with this Bluetooth adapter.
My only complaint about it is you got to be on the DJI app for it to do like the face tracking and all that. If you're on anything else, you know, YouTube, anything, it doesn't face track. But I mean, the thing to keep in mind, if you just click and hold that trigger down, it'll lock in whatever, you know, whatever direction, and yeah,
Guys live streaming, if y'all would just show some of the trucks and stuff.
yeah, it's
Somewhere else. Yeah, you got there.
yeah, make the fire department look great, man.
Got a little gimbal.
Yeah.
Mine, I don't think it's gonna work because of this adapter. It keeps hitting it. So.
What's going on, guys?
What's your name?
I'm Don.
Don?
Yeah,
I'm Eric.
Eric.
Just
Nice
so
to meet
know,
you.
These guys here, so this is Central Station, this is Station 1.
Okay.
And these guys here will show you the trucks and show you some of the cool stuff that we got.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah. Do I get to? Can I drive one? I've always wanted to go, you know, to sit on one and just. Hey, this is a pretty important milestone, by the way. When I started the live stream, I had 975,000 views on the channel. Started it like February this year, so it's been going about 6 months. It's going to hit 1 million on this stream. I know it is. So that's a pretty big milestone to be actually taking a tour of the fire department when it does it. Appreciate it. Oh yeah. How long y'all work at the fire department?
This is our work here. He just started. What are you? 3 shifts in? On 24?
Third shift? Okay. How's it go?
Graduated the academy and everything.
So third 24 shift, huh? Yep. So you work 24 on, and then how long do you get off?
48 hours.
You get 48, so 24 on, and then 2 days off, and then 24 on again. How do you like that schedule? I know a lot of people work 8 hours, 8-hour shifts or 12-hour shifts. Do you like working the 24 and then having 2 days off?
Yeah, it's not that bad.
How's the pay? Well, you ain't gotten your first paycheck yet, but I mean, like, it's never enough.
So it's our ladder truck, and it's our engine. So basically the difference is we have a tall ladder, 100-foot ladder on here.
Okay.
When we have a fire, this is the one that's going to pump the fire. Our ladder truck, we'll spray on the house if it's totally involved.
Okay.
Our ladder truck also has the extrication tools. So we have the jaws of life, cutters, all that stuff that we need to get into a vehicle. Airbags, we need to lift the vehicle, all that stuff. So a lot of cool stuff on this one. All our engine companies respond to medical calls, so we respond to every medical emergency in the city.
What? How often do y'all get dispatched out for a fire?
For a fire, we just had two in a row.
Today?
This week.
Oh, this week?
So last shift and the shift before.
How many of them are like false? Like it's an alarm going off, or would you say about 90% of them, or?
So we have a lot of commercial fire alarms. Especially when like storms come by, we'll have commercial fire alarms, and it's just, it's a faulty system.
Gotcha.
House fires. If we get called for a house fire, generally it's on fire.
So how many fit right back here? Whenever y'all.
2 to 3.
2 to 3.
So I can open this up for you.
All right.
So, and actually we can fit a total of 4, but we'll generally have, the most we'll have back here is 2. So we'll have a 4-man truck or a 4-person truck.
Y'all
so
could cram a lot more than 4 in here if you really had to.
Yeah, but we're gonna need seat belts. We have to wear seat belts.
Right.
So we have our driver, the lieutenant sits up front,
Sure.
and then we have our 2 firefighters back here.
And if you really needed more people than that, you need to roll a second truck, right? You
Yeah,
probably
exactly.
need extra water and
Yeah.
What's the biggest fire that y'all had to put out?
It depends on how long you've been here, So, Lieutenant Hanson over here has been here longer than us, so I'm sure he's had bigger houses than I have.
I mean, the biggest fire of recent was probably last spring. We had a storage unit schedule fire. So that was an all-day affair. I think it lasted probably about 12 hours total.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of manpower also. So I say spring is more like something.
Did all the units get burned down? Or?
We had, I think probably 3 engines, ladder truck, 2 battalion.
Right.
This is, some of our tools here, if you want to take a look at it. So, you get the jaws of life.
The jaws of life. There we go. Yep.
So, We moved on. It used to be hydraulics. Now it's we got e-batteries.
Now you got it. Wow.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, but how long do those batteries last? I mean, I guess one,
few
probably
hours.
one application, huh?
It's a few hours, on a job, if we had to use them. But we can also plug in also. So we can plug in on the truck. We have an adapter for that. So if we really needed the power, we just, run off the truck.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's cool.
These are some spreaders, so we can spread, let's just say there's a vehicle accident and the front end is on somebody's legs. So pin somebody's legs down, we can spread that apart.
Sure.
Get them out. And we have cutters back here.
Oh yeah. So y'all get to just, go crazy demolishing things and
Yeah.
and
We have fun.
and how absolutely. Absolutely. So so here's the question I'm sure that's on a lot of people's minds is where is the pole that you slide down?
Right there.
Right there. Okay. So I definitely want to do that. That's been on the bucket list, for coming to the fire department. And then where is the Dalmatian?
we don't have a dog.
You don't have a Dalmatian?
So
Oh
we
man.
actually had one dog. It was for arson, and he actually just retired.
Got you. Well, I guess I would say get a Dalmatian. That way, that's fully in line with what people think of with the fire department. You got the stripper pole right there.
Yep.
Okay. And if y'all ever need a cameraman, let me know, cause hey, girls love.
Rick's gonna send him down the pole real quick.
Okay. Heck yeah. I was wondering about that, with that hatch. Yeah.
So as soon as you pull down on that pole, get that weight, it opens it up.
So the fire academy, I think it's called the Fire Academy, right? So that's over in Jackson, correct?
It is the main one. We also have a fire academy here. So basically we can have many recruits come here, especially if they're in the general area. So mostly Gulfport, then we'll have Biloxi, we'll have the county, if they have recruits that need trained.
Gotcha.
So they'll come here.
Good deal. And that's how long for the training? 12?
About 12 weeks.
I was gonna say, I think it's I know my dad is plant manager of a wood manufacturing plant, and he went to the fire academy just to have that certificate and that knowledge in case the plant, the wood plant caught on fire. And but I heard that's a tough task, putting on all that. The hardest part is how hot it gets. It doesn't breathe. And having to go through the burning building and it's I know it's a challenge. I guess I kind of went through a similar challenge, just in a different way, in the Marine Corps, having the crucible and having to go into the gas room, where they gas you out and
The fire department is very paramilitary, especially the way we train and stuff.
Sure.
In the academy, so I'm not going to say it's just like military, 'cause it's not, but it's very paramilitary. So, we all do the same. It's a chain of command.
So, all right, let me see. I've got somebody said, can I, as an outsider from another country, immigrate to enter the fire brigade in the USA? I don't know if y'all would have the answer to that question. Can they join? I guess my understanding is, can they get their citizenship and come over here and be a fireman?
Right. So as long as they have the citizenship, you do go through a background check. So you'll take a civil service test. After that, you go through an agility test. Then you get interviewed by the board.
Okay.
After that, you get interviewed by the fire chief. So you have to be a U.S. citizen. You can't have anything bad in your background.
So what And when we're saying bad on our background,
Felonies.
felonies. Okay, any felony. Dang it, there's another one I can't do. And it's all because of Lafayette County. That's the thing. They put a scarlet letter on me. Just to, I was exposing a lot of their deep darkness, their nasty corruption, and yeah, let's just say I'm glad to be in South Mississippi and not North Mississippi. I don't want to be anywhere around those people. Yeah, man, I appreciate y'all giving me that was super cool. I mean, I had hoped that somebody would give me a walkthrough because I mean, all firemen I've met have always pretty much been cool. People tend to love, you know, firemen and hate cops. You know, cops earn the hate. Y'all earn the respect. So, you know, I appreciate y'all doing that for me. And see, that's the thing, man. Like, I was trying to make them look good over there. I was trying, and see, they weren't even messing with me. I was back there. I was walking around recording, okay, and then I'm walking off, and 3 of them walk out. They're like, "You're on TikTok?" It's like, "No, close. I'm on YouTube." And so I go, and you know, it sounded like they just wanted to be on video. So I walked up and I started, you know, basically having a conversation, dialogue. And so I asked about basically how trivial of a speed they'll pull somebody over for speeding. Nobody wanted to answer. It was, it depends on the officer. Okay, well, I'm asking the officer. I'm asking y'all personally. What would you pull somebody over for in a 35-mile-an-hour zone? Wouldn't answer, okay? Then I was like, look, okay, so there are 5 elements of the First Amendment, 5 protections, basic protections that it protects against. I just need, can y'all name 3 of them? And every single time I get into asking that question, I'll say 95 out of 100 times, they'll walk off. Because they don't know, and I guess in their eyes, it looks better to just turn around and walk off, but really what it does is it made them look worse, okay? And I really don't understand why police departments don't make that a standard of, you know, teaching constitutional things like the First Amendment, you know, all this, because if you swear a lifelong oath to protect and defend, or if you swear an oath to protect and defend the Constitution, how can you protect and defend it if you don't know it? You know, that's basic knowledge. You can't possibly adequately protect and defend it if you don't know it, you know? And so, you know, I like to ask that question, and I can't believe departments have, you know, if they would put more of an emphasis on that, their officers wouldn't look stupid on camera. Like, I don't try to go out and make them look stupid. I ask a basic question, and then they get pissy and walk off, and it's like, man, they were doing so good until those officers came out and they wanted to get on the camera, and then they ruined it by just, we're not answering that. Yeah, have a nice day. Oh.
Well, you gotta understand, I mean, they're kind of in a tough position where a lot of people are trying to put them in a bad light, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I don't go up to provoke.
They don't,
Yeah, I know. They don't.
There are a bunch of good guys over there.
No, I get it. I mean, honestly, if they thought that, though, they probably should have just stayed inside and not confronted me if they knew I was just out on the public sidewalk recording. That probably would have been the better way of going about that. But, hell yeah. Well, hey, I appreciate it, guys. And, all right, so names?
Steve Rhines.
Steve Rhines. Don Matthews.
Jackson Aubrey.
Jackson Aubrey.
Yes, sir.
Don Matthews.
Pleasure to meet you.
Charles Hanson. Pleasure to meet you.
Mason Hayes.
Mason Hayes. Hey, I appreciate it. I'll definitely. I want to send your fire chief a email and let him know how you know what a great job y'all did, how professional y'all were. I give you mad props. Y'all did awesome. I appreciate this. All right.
Stay cool out there.
Let's see. Wait, do y'all hear me? I think can't heard the answer so good, but it's possible. I'm sorry. Hopefully the audio was good. I didn't realize the comments weren't scrolling the whole time. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you. Hey, We the People. Subscribe to We the People News on YouTube.
We the People News.
Yeah, I got Patriot News Activism and We the People News. I'm
Cool.
live on both of them, but it's but We the People News is my main one. So
Okay, we'll check it out.
hey, appreciate it, man.
All right, take care.
Yes, sir. So they did wonderful. Huge props to the Gulfport Fire Department. Now, do y'all think that we should give the Gulfport Police Department a chance to redeem themselves? Do you think that we should give the police department a chance to redeem themselves? I say we do. And if they blow it this time, that's on them. Then I can't say I didn't unfairly not give them an opportunity to fix the look. All right. Hey y'all, make sure you go over to We the People News. Hit that like button on it, that subscribe button on it. Leave a comment, okay? Because this stream right here will have that channel over 1 million views this year. Let me know you stopped by. Yeah, can you send a officer or two out, please?
An officer? Yeah, so just look forward, or you can even come in, even if you don't see me, but
Okay.
I would just sit out there, I sit in my car.
Yeah, I think the game, maybe it's X12 or 1 or 4.
Oh, is it better?
I can look it up now. It's probably, more likely, it's probably a 4 o'clock game.
How you doing, ladies? Can we help you?
Yes. I have a little situation going on, like right now as we speak.
You want to speak to an officer?
And, well, the officer is out still in the house.
Okay, but the
I
police.
need to,
Yes. Okay, so the police department is in the back.
Well, we just want to verify come back here to get protection.
Okay, go next door to municipal court, they're not gonna let you take a phone in, you can get a protection order from them.
Okay, okay.
Y'all have a nice day, good luck.
Thank you, baby.
They won't let me take a phone in.
I don't know, you have to ask them, if that's what you're saying.
Yeah, they had them signs out there. I saw them on the phone.
That's a lot of places, they have them do it. Hold on, I'm gonna show you something too. Ready?
Is there, okay. I wanted to give y'all an opportunity to, like, it wouldn't be fair if the fire department just made themselves look freaking awesome. They just gave me a tour over there. They look awesome, okay? Wasn't such a good look for y'all, and I wanted to give y'all in good faith an opportunity to redeem yourself. So, if you don't know any of the protections, I mean, I was hoping that y'all would send some fresh officers out here that might know them.
Sir, I'm the shift lieutenant. I'm who you get today.
You're what?
I'm the shift lieutenant. I'm who you get today.
All right, so please tell me, if you're a supervisor, please tell me you know some of the protections of the First Amendment.
Tell you I know.
How many do you know?
Sir,
How many do you know?
I am not going to get into a debate with you. and
But
I do
this is
appreciate-
di-
all right,
this
you're
is
gonna let me finish
ridiculous.
this sentence or I'm going to walk off. Because that doesn't really make you look good.
How?
Because you're interrupted and that's rude.
Because I what?
You're interrupted and that's rude.
No, I'm not. I'm letting you talk. I'm trying to give you an opportunity to make yourself look good instead of horrible like you did.
Is there something I can help you with today that the Gulfport Police Department can actually assist you with?
Yeah.
Because if not, I have other people at the other side that I am having to
I'm pretty damn offended that you haven't told me one protection. Here I'm a Marine Corps veteran. I'm coming over here to make sure, because I swore a lifelong oath to protect and defend the Constitution. Y'all swore an oath to protect and defend the Constitution. How do you defend something that you don't know?
I never said I didn't know.
But see, and see, this is something I want to address. Listen, hold on a second. I wanted to talk to your chief, your police chief, about this, because if he would just offer a training. No, can you write it down for me?
Of course I can.
If he would just offer a training, more departments need to do training, because then if their officers had better knowledge of it, they wouldn't look horrible when people come around and ask that simple question. I mean, like, that's just simple, basic training. And it's Lieutenant Kelly Clark. All right.
It's Chief Adam Cooper. That's the main number. You can contact his secretary, and she will schedule whatever meeting he decides to have with you.
All right.
Have a good day.
You too. Ouch. 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 That one hurt. That one hurt. I was legitimately, I wanted them to make themselves look better. I did. I mean, otherwise I would have just freaking left. I wouldn't have even fooled with it. I wanted them to repair the look that they gave themselves, because that's just basic. Instead of repairing anything, they could have just named one, and I would have been happy, a lot happier than just them blowing off all five. And then you got the supervisor, Kelly Clark, there, said that she's who I get as far as a supervisor. And that's unbelievable. I'm very disappointed there. I'm very disappointed. No, it's not. Somebody may have gotten fucked off for saying that, and you know, that's something that they should have stood their ground and fought on, and I hope they are. I hope it's still ongoing and they're standing their ground on it, because to get charged with a felony, to get charged with any crime for calling somebody a snitch, especially if they're a snitch. Hey, for those that tuned in for this, for those that went over to We the People News on YouTube and watched it, hit the like button, left a comment, hopefully you're subscribed to the channel. Thank you for helping to make this, or helping to get this channel to hit 1 million views in it's about 6 months. About 6 months. That makes me happy, happy, happy. Let's try something else. This is Gulfport, Mississippi. Right here on the sign. Yeah, it is beautiful. And it's down here by the water. It's right here on the coast of Mississippi. Yeah, it's beautiful. You can smell the salt in the air because it's that close to the ocean. You got Biloxi, which is, if I'm not mistaken, Biloxi's like, I think 30 or 45 minutes away. It's not far. If I remember correctly, it's like 30 or 45 minutes away. Let's skip over to this side of the road. This seems to be where the action's at. Oh yeah. The Bearded Owl Barbershop and Shave Parlor. You know, I was in, where is it? I was in Crowley, Louisiana a couple of days ago, and I was walking down the main street. I had just gone into City Hall. I need to post that video, by the way. Nothing bad. Everything was great. You know, that's the thing. I need to get more proactive with uploading my videos. I've got so many videos that I'm just behind on getting uploaded, which is why when I just have an opportunity to go live, I just like to go live. But yeah, so this music shop down on the main street over in Crowley, they had big speakers out in front of the door on the sidewalk, and they were playing the music very loud, and it was good music. So I come over here and I stand in front of the shop, okay, just jiving to the music, okay? Letting the like recording everything. And this old guy keeps looking at me funny. And then all of a sudden, I guess his wife came out with a confused look on her face, like, who are you? I mean, just really snobbish, I thought. And I was thinking, okay, well, if you have a problem with this, y'all are playing your music loud to draw people in. But then you got somebody standing on the sidewalk out in front, listening to the music and recording, but you're gonna have a problem with that. You're in the wrong line of work, lady. Like that's horrible. I think we might have a Karen inside, folks. I think we might have gotten Karen stirred up. You moving on that thing, aren't you? Yes, sir. So, I wonder what that is over there. It's sad. You really don't see the American flag flown anywhere else except for government buildings. Generally. Now, there's some exceptions, but generally. Heck yeah. Anybody that has a problem with it is just hurting their damn business. I don't know why any business owner would ever get upset about promotion. You know, anytime you can get your business, your product out in front of people, you're winning. You're winning. I was at a, what do you call it? It's like a, what's it called? One of those like Saturday sales at like outdoors where people put up the tents, and you got some people that are like cooking, you got people that are selling like antique stuff. I can't believe I went mind blank of the word. But I'm walking around trying to give people, like legitimately, trying to give people free publicity. And there were, and this was actually over in, this was in Lafayette, Louisiana, actually. Lafayette. And they got so defensive about that. Flea market. Yep, flea market. Yep. Let's see. Oh, we got us another law firm. See, that's where That's where the rubber hits the asphalt. If you're an attorney or you're at a law firm and you come out and freaking say something to a guy that's on a public sidewalk recording, then you clearly don't know your constitutional rights, and nobody should probably do business with the attorney. I mean, I would hope that every law firm that I come across that I stand out front, nobody has an issue with it. No, that's actually, oh no, that's actually a bank. Even better. Oh man, this is awesome. Hey, if anybody comes out, we're doing the silent audit, folks. We are saying nothing. Not going to say a word. No, I hadn't. I got to look that one up. I met Bong Holio up in New Jersey whenever I was up there a month and a half ago. 2 months ago, when I went up to New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, when I met Sean Paul Reyes with Long Island Audit. I will be at Audit Palooza next month. She kept looking over here like she was gonna go Karen at any moment. well, we might as well go ahead and loop across and then make our way back around. Let's and wrap this little audit of Gulfport up, and that will do it for Mississippi. This is a brief stop because honestly, I don't like the state of Mississippi at all. Wait. At all. The faster I can move through it, the better. But I just had to send a I had to see. I know, you know, I'm not a fool. I know that this channel is heavily watched by law enforcement. They probably earn this channel probably more views than anybody else. I would be willing to bet. I wish there was a way of actually finding out. But I bet you more views on this channel come from law enforcement than anybody else. And so, you know what? You got to know your market, folks. So if law enforcement's gonna scope it out and stalk me, I got to look at them like dollar signs. Hey, they're generating this channel exposure and views, and that translates into monetization and half-shell oyster house. Oh, that's nice. That is a Kawasaki ZH2. Nice. I don't know. Why would the U.S. Marshals put out bolos on me for being a journalist? You know, it's when they take the corruption to the furthest extremes, and you know, show ample example of foulness. You know, it's I don't know. I would love to know. I would love to know. I would say, actually, well, I do know. So it's, you know, it can all be tracked back to the Marine Corps and Lafayette County. Lafayette County fucked the goat back in 2017. They put it in backward-facing boots and they fucked it. Okay, and because of the extremely unlawful arrest made by Deputy Timmy Pruitt, May 1st, 2017, that came on the heels of me doing a FOIA request into the Marine Corps to get records that they'd covered up. And that's all, you know, that's all part of my new podcast, the RICO Tapes. In fact, I don't know if I may have taken it off of my phone to clear up some space. Photo library. Let me see. Check this out. Might as well, this is my new podcast, the RICO Tapes.
May 2008. The name Camp Devil Dog might sound like something out of a war movie. But to us, it was just another Marine Corps training base. An isolated post where the days blended into one another. And air carried the smell of sweat, dust, and gun oil. And the rules were as much a part of life as breathing. On that particular night, I was assigned to a roving post. Roving meant motion. You moved through your assigned area in regular intervals, stopping at checkpoints, scanning for anything out of place. In training environments, the most dangerous thing you usually encountered was boredom. But boredom wasn't on the schedule that night. The Marine assigned to us armory watch was Lance Corporal Bradley Faust. He wasn't particularly outspoken, not someone you'd pick out in a crowd, but not invisible either. Like many of us, he carried burdens that weren't visible on the surface. As armory watch, he had access to the weapons. That's what the position meant. It was a responsibility that the Corps took seriously, entrusting Marines with guarding the very tools of our profession. The night air was still, punctuated only by the occasional call of distant wildlife and the familiar sounds of a military base at night, generators humming, the occasional vehicle passing, boots on the gravel as Marines moved between posts. I had just completed my check of the eastern perimeter when it happened. No one saw it coming. No warning signs that night. No whispered confessions. Just the sound, that unmistakable sound of an M16 set to 3-round burst. In training environments, gunfire was tightly controlled. Live rounds at that hour in that place were never part of the plan. Not only was I close enough to hear it, but I was also close enough to see it. Close enough to get there quickly, but not quickly enough. The scene was something you don't forget. The way the human body collapses when it's no longer alive. The smell of cordite in the air. The weapon still near his hand. The armory racks standing silently behind him, like mute witnesses. Lance Corporal Bradley Faust had made a decision from which there was no return. Within hours, the officers were there. Not just the on-duty supervisors, but higher-ranking men whose boots didn't usually touch the concrete outside their offices. They took control, ordered Marines back to their quarters, and secured the scene. The base became a flurry of activity. Medical personnel, military police, chaplains moving with purpose through spaces usually defined by routine and order. When the paperwork was done, it said training accident. That label carried weight. It wasn't just semantics. A suicide could mean loss of death benefits for Faust's family. A training accident could preserve them. At least that was the justification we were given. But in labeling it that way, they'd also rewritten reality. I watched as they sanitized the scene, not just of physical evidence, but of truth itself. The official narrative began to take shape before Faust's body had even been removed. A narrative that would protect the institution at the expense of honesty. Senior officers spoke in hushed tones about unfortunate incidents and operational security. Phrases that served to distance everyone from what had actually happened. A Marine, one of our own, had taken his life while on duty. That was the first time I saw how truth could be edited. How the official truth could be made to serve an agenda. In the days that followed, we weren't encouraged to discuss what happened. Faust's personal effects disappeared from his quarters. His name became something mentioned only in whispers. The machinery of institutional self-preservation moved with remarkable efficiency, transforming a suicide into an accident, a personal tragedy into an administrative inconvenience. I stayed in the Corps after that, but I wasn't the same. That night planted something in me. A distrust, a refusal to take official statements at face value. I began to notice other instances where reality was adjusted to fit preferred narratives. Small at first, then increasingly significant. Training incidents where safety violations were downplayed. Disciplinary actions that seemed more about protecting certain individuals than maintaining standards. Equipment failures attributed to operator error rather than maintenance deficiencies. By 2011, I was discharged. The paperwork said alcohol rehabilitation failure. The Corps made it sound like the drinking was the disease, but I knew better. The drinking was just a bandage on something deeper. PTSD, though I couldn't get it recognized because the incident that triggered it didn't officially exist as a suicide. The system that had rewritten Bradley Faust's death was equally efficient at reframing my struggles as simple misconduct, rather than the consequence of witnessing something that had shaken my faith in the institution I'd committed to serve. Years passed. The memory didn't. One day, I decided to push back. I filed a Freedom of Information Act request, not just for closure, but for proof. I wanted the records on that night, the internal communications, the after-action reports. If the Corps had quietly changed its standard operating procedures because of what had happened, I wanted it in writing, and I got it. Buried in the pages was the change. No more live ammunition for Armory Watch at Marine Corps training facilities. It was an unspoken admission that the training accident wasn't an accident at all. The policy change acknowledged what the official record denied: that Lance Corporal Bradley Faust had died by suicide, and that the circumstances that allowed it needed to be prevented in the future. That FOIA request didn't go unnoticed. Emails started showing up. Some were straightforward denials of certain documents. Others felt more personal. Some carried undertones, the kind you recognize if you've dealt with people in power who want you to stop digging. They weren't random. The names tied back to people with connections. Law enforcement, political figures, individuals who on paper had no reason to care about my FOIA request regarding a Marine who had died years earlier at a training facility far from Mississippi. By May 2017, the pressure wasn't just coming from the shadows. It was out in the open. Oxford, Mississippi was in the middle of a quiet political shift. The state flag, the Mississippi flag, had been removed from city property. That wasn't done by accident or slow bureaucratic erosion. It was the result of a push led by then Board of Alderman member Robin Tannehill. She authored the referendum. The board approved. The mayor signed off. And in a matter of days, something that had flown over city property for generations was gone. Now Tannehill was running for mayor, unopposed. Election day was set for June 6, 2017. That spring, I took my protest to the public square. I didn't carry the American flag. I carried the Mississippi state flag, the one they'd taken down, as a direct statement. I believed in the right to speak out, the right to dissent, the right to be visible. That's what the First Amendment is for. But in Oxford, visibility comes with a price. On May 1st, 2017, I crossed paths with Lafayette County Sheriff's Deputy Timmy Pruitt. He wasn't wearing his badge, just the blank space on his uniform where it should have been. That absence spoke volumes before he even said a word. The encounter was brief, but heated. I asserted my rights. He gave me an order to leave. I asked on what grounds. He told me if I didn't leave, I'd go to jail. Moments later, he made good on that threat. The arrest was caught on camera. That video spread fast, shared by large platforms and pages that reached audiences far beyond Lafayette County. The public reaction was swift and overwhelmingly in my favor. Pruitt's actions were criticized loudly and often. I was told he'd been placed on administrative leave while county officials decided how to handle the fallout. But the timing was no coincidence. While I was being arrested, my ex, Phyllis Liz Crowder, and her attorney were in Lafayette County Chancery Court filing papers to block me from seeing or speaking to my only child at the time, my daughter Lydia. One hand held the cuffs, while they robbed me of my rights as a father. The rest of May was a steady escalation. The protest didn't stop. The legal moves against me intensified. The email threats kept coming. Surveillance became harder to ignore. The city's political machinery was engaged, and I was in its direct path. On May 26th, everything was in motion. The pressure, the hostility, the calculated steps taken against me, all of it converged. And that's where my story, as you'll hear on the RICO tapes and in my book, American Injustice, begins. What happened to Lance Corporal Bradley Faust that night at Camp Devil Dog set me on a path I never anticipated. His death, officially sanitized, institutionally reframed, opened my eyes to how power operates when it believes no one's watching. The quest for truth about his suicide has led me to question other official narratives, to challenge other instances where reality was being rewritten to serve those in authority. I couldn't have known then that my pursuit of truth would eventually cost me my freedom, my family, and nearly a decade of my life. But looking back, I can see how that night in 2008 was truly the first domino. The moment when I began to understand that official truth and actual truth are often separated by a gulf filled with power, politics, and institutional self-preservation.
So that's the catalyst, that's the beginning of a nightmare spanning 8 years. It's had federal involvement, state involvement. As you'll hear, the day before I was framed for a felony charge back in 2017, the day before, I had sent the Marine Corps a final legal demand letter. Had an attorney, and I let them know that if they didn't turn over the records within 24 hours, that I was going to file suit against Headquarters Marine Corps. The next morning, they acknowledged the fact that they were way behind, and then they granted a full release, and hours later I was ambush arrested, and what I've said since day one was a completely fictitious, made up charge. 100%, I mean, a bill of sale can prove that it was completely made up. All of that spanned a length of time of 17 hours. It's too close for it not to be looked at. So I'm walking all the way back here. I don't know if I am going to be lucky or not, but I figured it was worth a shot. Somehow I lost my whole pack of cigarettes. Holy shit. Here they are, right here on the sidewalk outside of the bank where we saw the woman that kept looking this way. Just ripped the damn I ripped my headphones out. Alright. So, yeah, other than that, we're walking back to the car. I'm going to let you see, I'm going to let you see what I put on last night, if you hadn't seen it yet. It's definitely something I want everybody to see.
Bring it to his secretary, okay?
All right.
All right, sir, hold on.
Oh. On. Edit. Trimmer. Bring it back to the beginning. Done. We're live outside the John M. Shaw United States Courthouse, where these tyrants with the U.S. Marshals Service think that it's okay to criminalize journalism and the First Amendment. Had bolos put out. You ought to see, like, those that haven't seen the evidence, haven't seen the FOIA request. I knew that there was funny business going on. Y'all want me to come in? Hey, they're trying to wave me in the courthouse. So he just waved me in. Should I accept the invitation? I think I should accept the invitation. Hello. After you. Well, look who it is. Okay, you called me in here. You son of a bitch, I was outside on the fucking sidewalk. You told me to come in here, motherfucker. I'm going outside. You called me in here, motherfucker. You baited me in here, you piece of shit. Fucking pussy. You fucking pussy. Fuck your mom. He literally waved me in here. He told me to come inside. Was grinning and then told me he was going to throw me in handcuffs as soon as I walked in the doors. A public building. A public building. I'm holding my ground. I'm holding the line. Got to hold the line. And you're well within your rights. You cannot get pushed away. I mean, you give them an inch and they take a mile. Got to hold the line, folks. Got to hold the line. Huh? I'm on public fucking property. Let's go. Let's go. No, you're not. I'm getting it. You ain't gonna touch my camera. You ain't touching my camera. You ain't touching my camera. I'm getting my camera.
You got the camera and you move it right now. If you don't, I'm seizing this camera.
That's right.
That is absolutely right.
So what? So this door.
You've got 1 second.
This door is locked.
You've got 1 second.
This door is locked.
This is an entryway. Put it on the other side of the barricade.
I'm fine right here.
2, 1.
Really? Oh! Ah! Ah!
Congratulations. You have the right to remain silent. Say you can if you get the court law. You have the right to consult an attorney. You have attorney for a question.
I want an attorney. I want an attorney.
In 1971, the court drew a line in Cohen versus California. Paul Cohen's "fuck the draft jacket" wasn't polite, but it was speech. Justice Harlan's reminder, one man's vulgarity is another's lyric, wasn't just clever phrasing. It was constitutional bedrock. The First Amendment protects the raw and the uncomfortable, because power doesn't get to dictate tone. 17 years later, NWA pushed that line further. Fuck the Police was banned from radio, condemned by politicians, and earned the group a warning letter from the FBI. But it survived. Not because gatekeepers approved, but because courts had already established in cases like Cohen that profanity and anger are protected when they are political speech. The music didn't just survive. It became an anthem against police abuse, echoing what the court had acknowledged years before. Offensiveness is not a crime. Now in 2025, I found myself living that same fight in flesh and bone. My camera was my lyric. My audit, my anthem. Yet the U.S. Marshals tried to crush it with fists instead of bans. They treated journalism like contraband, seizing equipment as if recording itself were illegal. They dragged me into cells, beat me, mocked me, and tried to rewrite the law with violence. What they could not silence with statutes, they tried to silence with shackles. The irony is bitter. The FBI once threatened NWA for words. Today, federal agents brutalize citizens for cameras. Tools of transparency. Both reveal the same truth. When speech exposes authority, authority will try to call it dangerous. Through FOIA, I had already uncovered evidence of U.S. Marshals Service bulletins and BOLOs targeting me, documents redacted so heavily you could barely read them, but enough to show they were treating journalism and First Amendment auditing as crimes. Those documents foreshadowed what came next. And now, because of what has happened, those pages must be unredacted. The conspiracy is no longer theoretical. It is lived proof. On August 25th, 2025, outside the federal courthouse in Lafayette, Louisiana, Marshal Hayden Newsom ordered me to move my camera away from a locked courthouse door. He threatened to seize it if I didn't comply. I complied. I backed up with my tripod and 4K camera in hand. That's when he attacked. He slammed me to the ground. My brand new gimbal was destroyed. My tripod shattered into pieces against me and underneath me. My 4K camera was wrecked. He violently accosted me as if press equipment was contraband. They dragged me into a holding cell. That's where Newsom drove his knuckles into my chest while I struggled to breathe. My heart was pounding, 140 to 160 beats a minute. When I knocked his arm away to stop the pain, he threatened me again and again. Assault on a federal officer. They laughed while I gasped for air. They delayed calling 911 for nearly an hour. When the paramedics finally arrived, they mocked me, saying I was just trying to delay jail. At the hospital, the indifference continued. Dismissive, condescending, unwilling to acknowledge the injuries inflicted by federal hands. When I was discharged late at night, Marshal Newsom shackled me and handed me off to Deputy Olivet of St. Martin Parish Jail. I asked before he even pulled out of the lot, "What am I being booked on?" Deputy Olivet admitted there was no charge, just a hold for the U.S. Marshals. I told him directly, transporting me without charge is kidnapping under 18 U.S. Code 1202. He claimed he was following orders. I reminded him of Nuremberg, that just following orders is never a defense. He drove me anyway. At St. Martin Parish Jail, the abuse escalated. Deputy Olivet and a female booking officer nearly broke my wrist, hoisting me by handcuffs ratcheted down so tight I could feel my bones grinding. It was torture, plain and simple. They threw me into a tiny freezing cell with only a torn blanket. I had no food the entire day. I lay on concrete in pain from my chest, my wrist, my ribs, mocked by guards who treated my suffering as entertainment. And all the while, the marshals laughed about what they had done. Laughing at destroyed equipment. Laughing at a broken body. Laughing at constitutional rights discarded like trash. This is not law enforcement. This is not justice. This is a conspiracy. One already foreshadowed in the FOIA records. One that is now spilled into the open through violent arrest, torture, medical neglect, and unlawful detention. In 1971, the Supreme Court said the government cannot criminalize vulgar speech. In 2025, the U.S. Marshals Service tried to erase that ruling with fists, with broken equipment, with shackles and cold cells. But here's the truth. They failed. I'm still here. I'm still speaking. And I will not stop. Because history will not absolve those who hide behind just following orders. It will remember those who stood. This is the warning. This is the record. And this is not the end.
I'm 100% pro 2A.
Olivia,
100% 2A.
I need
Pro
to know
2A. I need an email
I'll address
address.
that.
I wanted to. I was trying to go ahead and get it printed out over here. I've got a legal demand that I need to serve on this jail, on the sheriff's department. So I guess if I can get an email address so I can send that right now, and I can go ahead and get. All right. Well, can you figure it out then?
Yeah, or only thing for 5 days would probably make it off the open. If you like an email or something. You know what I'm saying? They could send an email.
Because y'all fucked up whenever y'all did what y'all did to me. You know that, right? Y'all fucked up bad. I mean, you knew that night whenever you took me over here, you knew you were doing wrong. You knew you were booking me into this jail on no charge. That was kidnapping. And I explained that to you. You brought me here. There was no charge when y'all booked me into the jail. How do you justify booking a free citizen into jail, into a cage, and then on top of that, the torture that I went through? I don't know if you recall. I'm sure you recall because you know how painful it was. You know how I was screaming because I was literally toted by the chain of my handcuffs with it ratcheted down as just about as tight as y'all could ratchet it down. You know y'all fucked up. And I'm holding y'all to account.
Look at how guilty he looks.
I gotta get home. So,
Well, I sure wish I could have gone home whenever y'all played the fucking stupid ass games that y'all played.
I've never seen a cop look so guilty. I can't wait till deposition.
That shit's not cool.
I can't wait
At all.
for depositions.
How would you like to get locked into a cage on something, not even getting charged? But because you wear a uniform, it's all right. You can get away with it. You motherfuckers need to start watching what the fuck you do. Hey, I need a email address to send a legal document to. I need an email address of somebody in booking that I can send a legal demand to. Well, I think it's pretty shitty that they closed the fucking office down at noon on Friday. Who does that? Wow. It's ridiculous. But they have no problem leaving the jail open 24/7 and booking people in here on no charges, right? Heh, I know they don't. Because I can attest to it.